Happy January and happy first month of the year, and welcome back to this little cozy plan with me video for my setup for January for my bullet journal. I think I've had this theme in my head for around about 1 year, so I already knew in 2025 that I wanted to do ice skating for this year for January, and I think it is just the perfect timing because currently we're having a lot of snow, and this is not that usual for where I live. Of course, I would have been even happier if we've had already snow in December when it was Christmas, but you cannot have everything, and I'm so grateful for the snow that we have currently because it is the pretty snow. It's not the brownish watery snow, but it's so beautiful. Everything is white and the light that hits the snow, I'm just in love. It's like living in a little snow globe, and everything has a little bit of magic. And I'm currently thinking a lot of times of Gilmore Girls, and if you've seen the series, then you know that for one of the characters, snow is very special, and so I kind of feel like I'm living in that series right now. But anyways, let's talk about the planning. So for January, as I already said, I wanted to do something ice skating related, and as I was looking at inspiration pictures, I was thinking, okay, let's go more into the direction of figure skating. So I'm a big fan of figure skating. I would really love to do it. I'm not good at ice skating at all, but I've always, the last years, looked into courses, but they are sadly always full. So here I am now envisioning my dreams, okay? Because what the girl is doing in this cover page, I don't think I will ever be able to do. But on paper, with a sketch, anything is possible. So yeah, I chose to do a real figure skating pro on my cover page because I also thought just the shoes. A lot of people have already done a similar theme where they just do the ice skating shoes. And while they are also cute, I think they were just, I don't know, they were missing something for me. So I really wanted to see a girl that is really doing the most. And as you can see, also the little line that she's leaving in the ice is also forming 2026, because for me January is always, since it is the first month, I need a little bit of transition between the 2026 setup going into the month, so I like to include that a little bit. You will also see that in the quote page on the left that I will show you a little bit later on. It's also perfectly fitting as a transition from the 2026 setup because I'm going to use the exact same colors that we had for the overall setup. So I used light blue and pink, and basically that's the same now for this. I'm using way more blue, of course, because this is still an icy, frosty, snowy theme, and some pinks here and there, which is going to be way less than before, but we will see both of these colors. Like the cute pink dress that she's wearing. But I still felt like the top of this cover page looked a little bit white, a little bit empty. I drew a lot of snowflakes on there, but I felt like they needed some more, so I also added a blue outline to them. And I think that's what made them really come together, because before I felt like my snowflakes looked a little bit wild. I drew them from inspiration I saw online, and I felt more like drawing stars or something because they have so many different shapes. But that's actually the interesting thing about snowflakes is that they can be so versatile, and that's what I really loved about drawing them. So it's really a trust the process kind of thing when you want to draw snowflakes. But that's it about the cover page. As I promised before, now we're getting into something that has something to do again with the 2026 setup, so with the new year. And so I wanted to do for this quote page a little sparkler situation. I don't know if this is the correct word because I've never used it in English before, but I think you can tell from the doodle what it is supposed to look like. So I thought it has some similarity to the snowflakes. Also, it's just pretty. And then, as I said, it's a very nice transition from the new year to now January. And the little quote that I wrote next to it was "to new beginnings and making great memories." So not a real quote, but just something to remind myself because it's the start of a new year and yay! The next 2 pages are my monthly overview, and I call that my January dashboard. I wrote that in the middle of the 2 pages, and then I drew 2 ice skating shoes that are hanging from this header. And this way I have the shoes more present, more visible in the whole setup, without them just like being on someone's feet. I also drew some more snowflakes underneath of the shoes, and this is also a tip that I would give someone who's maybe starting out with journaling. If you think that a lot of themes are too artistic, or you just want to have something that is more effortless but still looks good, then snowflakes in general are perfect for a wintry theme, or if you just think that they're pretty, because as I said, very versatile, they're very easy, and you can almost not mess them up. The calendar for the monthly overview I chose to do on the left top page, and I also chose to just leave out the beginning days of January because this is still some like nowhere time. I don't really need to plan anything, and they kind of don't really belong to January in my opinion. So for me, January starts on January 5th. So I just have a small calendar where I can write down my different appointments. What I also added is a little space for my monthly goals, for my monthly to-do lists, and also, as you can see, what I'm creating right now, this is going to be for me like a content tracker calendar, but you can actually use them for anything that you want to track on a daily basis. So people use them for 1 line a day, so like a gratitude list. You could also just write down the appointments for the little calendar, because also some people think that small calendars are just too small to really write into them, or they just don't really like the look of really small writing. So it really depends on you, but this is what I'm going to use mine. And on top of that, I have again a little person that is ice skating, and it has a little bit of pink. To finish off the 2 pages, I just added more doodles, which are just my basic stars that I always do, and some more snowflakes, which are even more minimal, so basically just a lot of crosses over on each other, and then of course some matching washi tape. I kind of really am digging the like silver and very reflective blue, and also with some, as you can see right now, like this animal print on it. I don't even know what it is, but I have a lot of these, and I don't know why, because I usually do not like animal print, but I really like this washi tape, and I felt like it has something icy. I cannot even explain it, but I feel like these 2 washi tapes are currently my favorite, and I'm so excited to use them in more spreads this month. The next spread that I'm creating is my habit tracker, and this is actually the most important tracker that you can have if you have any New Year's goals or resolutions, because to really get to a goal you need to have habits that support that, and then you need to stick to them. So the easiest way is to track it, to know when you're falling off or when you're having a hard time and where you need to improve. So for me, this is always my favorite. It's sometimes hard for me to keep up with habit trackers, but currently I'm really good at it, so I'm positive about January. And for me, for example, the most important things to track in my habit tracker are, for example, my Italian lessons or also my journaling, because these are 2 things that I find really benefit me if I do them regularly and will bring me closer to my goals. So what you just do is you have these little mini calendars, and for each day that you did a specific habit, you just color in a mini square. So this is also a little bit gamification and instant gratification, so that you have something that you can, like with a to-do list, that you can tick off. So this is also a little bit of fun. Underneath of that tracker, as you can probably tell, we have some more ice skating doodles, again with a little bit of pink. So someone who is skating there with some pink leggings and a skirt, and is leaving a lot of lines on the ice that look really cute, and one has the shape of the heart. But that's it for this doodle. That is also going into the other page, which is my brain dump. This is just a page that I have every single month just in case. This is basically really just a just in case page, because I rarely write anything into my brain dump, but if I don't have a brain dump, I feel like I need some space where I can write something down. So it is always there just in case that anything comes up in mind and it has nowhere to go. It has somewhere to go, just a blank page, and then later on I can just sort it where it belongs. Then to finish these pages off too, I do the same as I did before, so the same washi tape and some more doodles. the last 2-pager for this Plan With Me video is now the first weekly spread for January. Little disclaimer, if you want to see more weekly spread for January also in the future, of course make sure to subscribe, but also you can follow me on Instagram. It's at That's Ginny, because there I'm going to post all of my bullet journal weekly spreads. Sometimes I even post them on Pinterest, so maybe you will see them also there, but make sure to follow me there. For the weekly spread, I really wanted to include something like a fashion sketch. I've done fashion sketches a lot before. I've done a whole theme in 2025, so I don't know, I was kind of feeling it, and I thought it would be so cute to have like two friends ice skating together and holding hands in the middle of the page, just to set the vibe, and also because I would really like to go ice skating this year. I haven't even been in 2025, and I mean, I'm doing a whole theme about it, so it would be really nice if somebody wanted to go with me. This is a little bit dramatic, but like I just need to find some time. So yeah, this is also kind of like my vision for this month. And please don't be surprised with this drawing that the girl is having a white nose and it looks a little bit like she had like a beauty appointment or something, because this is not the case. I actually messed up the nose and I didn't like it, and then I tried to cover it with a white pen, and usually this works perfectly, but it is a little bit harder if you then want to go over it again with color. And so I had to go back and forth until I think it kind of worked out and you cannot tell anymore. But this has been a journey, and as you can see, everyone is making some mistakes when they're journaling, but you just have to get creative around them. For the different days, I then just arranged them around the girls, so I have some space where I can plan out my days. And as you can see, I also included some stickers because I had them lying around, and 2026 is also the year where we will use our stickers, our fancy stickers, the one that we have laying around waiting for a special occasion, because spoiler alert, this special occasion won't come. You just need to use all of your nice stuff right now. Use the expensive makeup, use the nice clothing, use what you have, and just be happy with them. And I'm so happy with this whole weekly spread, and also that I used them. Next to the girls, I also added another quote, and this one says, to appreciate the beauty of a snowflake, it is necessary to stand out in the cold. And I don't know what it is about this video, but we're getting a lot of life lessons somehow. And I mean, it's perfect. It's January. We really want to have the life lessons and to start the year and make it our best. And to match that energy, I also added a little space for my mini goals, so things that I would like to accomplish by that week. And then I also have a space for my routines, so I can just track if I did my morning and my evening routine. And that's it for all of the functional parts of this weekly spread. I then just added more snowflakes, more doodles around it. I also always like to add a little mini calendar of the month, just to see where we are currently and how far progressed the month is. Oh, and also I have this weekly to-do list I completely forgot about, so just a space like the monthly to-do list where I have my weekly to-do list. And yeah, that's it with this weekly spread. So we're now getting into the final flip through for January. So we have the cover page, we have our little quote page for 2026/January. We have my monthly setup with some space for goals and a lot of space for planning. We have a habit tracker and also a brain dump. And lastly, we also have our first weekly spread, which is just one of more to come. And I really hope you liked this plan with me. Please tell me if you did, and which one is your favorite spread, and would you also do a ice skating theme, or are snowflakes enough? So yeah, have a nice January, and bye bye.